And we're recording. All right. I'm going to say a little mini prayer to the internet God for a moment. Just please let us be able to stream this class. And we'll get started seated. So as you land, just give yourself a moment to get yourself situated. Let your butt just get heavy on the floor or the prop or the cushion, whatever you're sitting on. Give yourself a moment to keep your eyes open and gently look around your environment, your space. Letting in color. You might label the objects as you see them. You might notice the sounds. And then as you're ready, taking a moment to close the eyes down or find a safe, soft gaze just down in front of you. But very important right away, just allow yourself to favor the awareness of the points of contact between your body and the ground. Right, so as always, however you're sitting and whatever you're sitting on, just a moment to notice what that feels like. What are the sort of edges of your body that make contact with the floor? And give yourself a few breaths to scan any sort of information that's coming forward, your energy level, sensation. Just a moment to kind of turn towards, gently saying, I'm here, saying sort of yes to the experience of yourself. And as always, from this very personal and unique sense of self, just a moment to extend your awareness to each other, acknowledging that we're all here together. We're about to do this radical alchemy practice together. Maybe cultivate a little bit of warmth and friendliness and welcome all of yourself and each other into the space and into the practice. And we'll begin uniting with the seed sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, prepare for Om. Om. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to have you begin on your back today in an active rest position. So you need to look up at the computer. Colin will demo here. So coming onto the back in a supine position, knees bent, soles of the feet flat to the floor, and you can kind of walk your heels up and towards your butt and keep your feet about hip width distance. And I'm going to invite you to place your hands here right at your lower ribs, kind of the top of your belly. Yeah, so just kind of allowing your hands to bring a little bit of warmth to the very bottom of the rib cage. And your rib cage wraps all the way around, right? It sort of houses these incredibly important organs, right? The heart, lungs, and gives quite a bit of obvious structure here to our upper torso area. And so if you were to sort of use your fingertips to sort of palpate the bottom of your ribs, you would notice that they actually wrap all the way around you. You might even feel into your back and sort of find where your lower back and those floating ribs are back there. And it's okay if you don't really have like a clear idea or x-ray vision of your rib cage. Just by touching it and bringing a little bit of awareness there, you'll be able to kind of work a little bit more mindfully. So we're going to begin class with a little pranayama here, right into a little bit of expansion of the rib cage. So on an inhale, I'm going to ask you to imagine cow pose. So kind of pressing your tailbone down into the mat and letting your upper body sort of lift up to the ceiling. You'll feel your rib cage kind of open. And then exhale, tucking your tail and pressing your lower ribs down into the mat. Good. Inhale to expand the ribs up and open, arching the spine. Good. Exhale, tucking the tail to press right? The ribs down. And go ahead and continue to do this on your own. It's not going to be a huge movement. As you do this, start to kick on your Ujjayi pranayam. So a little hug to the back of your throat, inhaling through the nose to lift, let the ribs fan up and open. Good. Exhale to press them down. Let's do another one like that. Inhale, let the ribs float up and open. Exhale to press them down. Good. Now stay low. Take a breath with your back on the floor. And then exhale to lift your ribs up and open. So inhale, press down. Inhale, open. One more. Inhale, root the lower back down, press it down. Good. Inhale to lift it up. Good. Go ahead and bend your knees in at your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze here, a little rock side to side. And then you can choose for yourself. Do you want to rock the length of your spine or maybe just roll over? But we're going to come into a tabletop position. And we're going to take that same action through the spine, but now we're going to leverage our body weight, right, in our arms and in our legs. So the spine can move a lot more freely. So a moment just to set this up, spread your fingers nice and wide, stack your joints, that nice long spine. You're welcome to close your eyes. Inhale for cow pose, drop the belly, lift the gaze. So again, that big arc. Exhale for cat. Let the back of your rib cage float up towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, drop the belly, breathe into the front line of the body. Good. Exhale, cat, right? Really doming. One more together. Inhaling through cow and exhaling through cat. Now take a few more rounds here on your own. Just, let the movement maybe become a little bit more intuitive or organic. It doesn't need to look like a yoga pose. You can just kind of take a little space here to wiggle and stretch. Or maybe being curious, again, where sort of the edges of the rib cage, what does it want to do? Where do you meet a little bit of tension? Maybe you want to pause and stretch. Maybe you want to wiggle or swoosh the tail side to side. Get a couple more breaths. And as you're ready, we're going to start to come back through a neutral tabletop position. Good. This time, bring your shoulder blades up back and together. Reach your navel up and in towards your spine. Take a deep breath in to tuck your toes under. Exhale for downward facing dog. Hips come up and back. Good. And breathe, right? Give yourself a moment just to pedal at your heels. And bend your knees. Maybe swoosh your head a little bit. Shake out your head. Right? First down dog of our class together. I'm sure that for most of us, this is probably the first down dog of the day. So just start to warm into it. Right? And now really meet all of the sensation, everything that's happening with awareness, right? Root through your palms, spread your knuckles, right? Your fingers nice and wide, really press down. You're using your hands as feet. So take a moment to notice what that feels like. Imagine you want to roll your shoulders down your back, away from your ears. Bring a little softness into your knees to relax the hamstrings. And just ask your body, how far up and back can I lift my tailbone? And just move in that direction. The shape of your pose isn't going to change a whole lot. It's just about creating a little bit more active length. Couple deep breaths into this inversion. If you like, you can open up your eyes, kind of look in your space, looking at it upside down. Give it a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Inhale, look forward, top of your mat. Exhale, step forward for Ragdoll Uttanasana. Spread your feet hip width distance. You can let your knees get soft here. Belly is soft. You might even let your belly come to your thighs. Yeah, you can grab for your elbows. You might sway side to side or shake your head yes or no. Nice full deep breaths here. You can stay, or if you're feeling like you want to try a different arm variation or anything like that, you're welcome to. Let's give it a couple more breaths. Yeah. Try interlacing your fingers behind your back or your skull. Colin is reaching for the backs of his heels. Let's give it one more big breath. Good. Exhale, release. And toe heel your feet to touch or thereabouts. However you like for sun salutations. I'm going to ask you to bend your knees a lot. Bring your hands to your shins, lengthen your spine for an inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to fold, right? Hips up, head low. Let's do that twice more. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Good. This time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, right? Plant your hands, keep your right foot forward and step your left foot way back. Just take a moment here if you need to kind of settle or wiggle your hips side to side or take up a little bit of space, please do, right? Inhale for cat lunge, work to straighten your legs, round your spine, take a couple breaths. All right, as always, this is an action of the legs straightening. They may never get all the way straight. Spine is rounding like you want to get your forehead to your thigh. And this is a pose that quickly will sort of show you your edges, the edges of tension and compression, right? But when we come into a lot of sensation like this, often the edges become very mental and energetic as well. So it's not about forcing or pushing, just noticing. Let's stay for one more breath. Exhale, prasarita to the left, wide-legged forward fold. And so we'll take a few breaths here just to sort of dangle and chill out. You might grab for your heels or take a twist or a little bit of movement. Just sort of noticing where we're meeting, again, the edges. Where are we starting to meet a little bit of resistance in the practice today? When we kind of knock on the door, like the pose is kind of like an invitation. It's like a little ringing of a metaphorical doorbell. How does the pose kind of answer? Get a little bend in the knees, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. All 10 toes will face forward. Inhale for cow lunge, dip the knee, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold, left foot steps up to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift, bend the knees, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back to lunge. And then again, just a moment to kind of settle into your lunge, take up some space. As you're ready, inhale, cat lunge, hips up and back, and pause. Good. One more big breath in. Exhale, prasarita to the right. Good, wide-legged fold. Again, a few more moments. Colin, do you want me to move her? She's fine, okay. Lucy likes to get very involved during yoga practice. I know for all of you that have pets at home, I've seen from the videos that it's not uncommon that our little furry buddies definitely want to join in the practice. Let's find a halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, forward fold, step up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Keep the bend in your knees and take a couple breaths to unfurl and rise all the way up to standing. We're going to meet standing. And just give yourself a few breaths here to kind of shrug your shoulders, to take a deep breath, to wiggle. And then we'll meet Samastitihi, right? Equal on all sides standing pose. You're welcome to bring your palms to face the front. Maybe you bring your hands to heart center and Anjali Mudra, but just give yourself a moment to kind of, right, quiet down, maybe close your eyes. And this incredibly powerful and kind act of just validating, no judging, no expectation. This isn't about having some perfect experience. It's just about really showing up for a very unique and personal truth, right? That only you can know. What is the felt sense of your body in this moment? What's your mood? What's that sort of energetic tone? What's the narrative? Have you been chewing on a specific problem or narrative, fantasy, whatever? Right, but welcome all of the different aspects of yourself into your practice, even the ones that maybe aren't you know, the life at the party. Just remember, we're going to bring everyone to the party. Everyone's allowed to be here. All the parts of ourselves are allowed to be here, right? And from this very honest place, just remind yourself why you practice yoga, right? This is your personal sort of why. Why are you here? Maybe you want to dedicate your energy up to someone or something else, connect with your body, move some of that stress out and through, like just let it make sense to you. Right. You hold that focus in your mind and the sincerity of the student into the heart. Give it a big breath in. Open mouth, HA. Good. Release your hands down by your side. Sun salutation A. First wave. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale for halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back for Dandasana, the high plank pose. And we're going to take a couple breaths. It looks like top of a push-up. As always, check it out. And if you want to take a different variation, coming to the knees or the forearms are good and traditional ways to do the pose. Whatever variation you choose, give yourself a moment just to close your eyes and breathe. And just notice what happens, because right away the edge, the pushback on the pose is already happening, right? It's already intense, it's already loud. And just notice that when you turn towards it, what happens? Magically, you expand your capacity to tend to be with, to stay. You got this. One more breath in. Exhale, shift forward, lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes, press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. Lift your head, neck, and chest, and just a couple breaths. And imagine that the tops of your shoelaces, if you were wearing shoes, were kicking down into the mat. Pull your sternum forward and then up, right? And just feel those back ribs sort of compressing your lower back. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down. Plant into your hands. Inhale through table pose, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float, top of your mat. Inhale is halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, ride the breath. Inhale for halfway. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, Dandasana, and pause. We're not here for very long, just long enough to make a decision, right? Option to lower all the way back down to your belly, or this time inhale, shift forward to your toes. Exhale, lower down halfway, elbows in for Chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Again, press the tops of the feet down, pull the sternum forward and then up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Pedal it out. Take a few breaths. All right. So from here on out, class is just going to move quickly. I like to start things almost too slow and then just turn up the volume at the end here. So just remember, there's lots of good ways to do this. Push and pull on the offering in whatever way makes the most sense for you today. Really listen to your body, right? What an amazing conversation that is, right? And just trust it. Trust your body and your practice. They're always going to be your best teachers. Take variations, skip chaturanga. Cobra is one of the most, I think, important and king poses in any vinyasa sequence. So know that that's a great backbend to take. Do you, be yourself, and just do your best. Right, here we go. Sun salutation A, 2 more times, breath to posture. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Ujjayi. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, stand up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, fill it up. Exhale, Chaturanga, high to low, step, jump, skip it, do something different. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel the earth under your hands. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga, step, jump, or skip it. Inhale for upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Gonna add on, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Good, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, stand up, and we're gonna take that steeple grip. So once your arms come up, interlace your fingers except for your pointer fingers, and then just notice, some of you are gonna work your biceps next to your ears, no problem. Others of us are gonna feel better with a little bend in the elbows and the arms out a little bit wider, right? That's totally fine. But we're gonna stay for a breath in here to lift the chest. Then exhale, standing half moon, right? Ardha Chandrasana to the right. So breathing laterally through your left side body. And then again, a moment just to get quiet and to observe what you're doing and the kind of conversation that the body is going to give you feedback, right? Where are the edges, right? A lot of us are going to meet compression on our right side. Maybe your rib cage hits your hip, right? A lot of us are going to meet tension through the intercostals and just stretching through the left side of the body. So remember, this doesn't need to be a huge action or even a beautiful action or anything like that for it to be really informative and a great posture in our practice. Inhale, come back up through neutral. Good, exhale to the other side. And I'm just gonna get quiet here. You can kind of tune me out and just favor the awareness, right? You're just, imagine knocking on that door, just meeting those edges with curiosity. Good, let the next breath pull you back up through center. Good, exhale, baby back bend, strong through your feet, cactus your arms, lift the chest. Good, inhale, back up to reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back for low lunge. Good, feet are on separate tracks here. We're gonna practice balancing now. So inhale for high lunge, Anjaneyasana, lift your chest, arms up. Again, a moment just to kind of feel the calibration. If you need to widen your stance or drop down to your back knee, both of those are great ways to do the pose, right? Feel the right hip pull back, left hip forward. Haven't talked about it much today. Uddiyana Bandha, bring the navel up and in, right? And you might stay just like this. This is such a fierce, badass posture, or take a breath in. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus the arms. Again, kind of feeling those floating ribs lift forward and up. Inhale, back up. Exhale, low lunge, hands frame the right foot. All right, listen, three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg kicks up. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist, round your spine. Again, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. This time, inhale, right leg kicks up. Exhale for scorpion dog. Bend the knee, let the sole of the foot roll in towards your butt cheek. Right, yeah, and good. The right hip is pulling up and open, right? Try to level your weight. Let your right shoulder drop down. Maybe wiggle your toes or kick through your back leg. Good. Re-level the right leg out. Take the breath in. Option to keep it lifted. Exhale, chaturanga. Look forward, shift forward. Just bend your elbows. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. I'm going to praise my student. Good job, Colin. That was beautiful. Take a breath in. Breath out. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. With breath, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, steeple grip. Reach up. Good. Exhale, side bend to the right. That standing half moon. Good. Strong through your belly. Just back up through neutral. Exhale is going to open you up to the other side. Inhale, back up. Good. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. Find a little lift. Inhale, back up, reach up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg steps back, low lunge. Good. And then just a moment just to settle into it, take up some space. All right, let yourself kind of connect to earth energy for a minute. It's really the foundation of every single moment of our life, but definitely our very important collaborator in our asana practice. When you feel stable, lift the chest, let a breath in, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Good. And then again, just to get quiet, to kind of feel your body balance. How liberating is it to know that all those little wobbles and that sense of challenge and strength and all of that that's happening is not a sense of inadequacy or out of shapeness, right? It's just a conversation between a living, breathing organism and gravity, right? Give yourself a big breath in. Stay or exhale to back bend. Lift the heart, but stay with the ground. Feel it. Inhale, back up to reach up. Exhale, low lunge. Good. Left leg. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg kicks high and up. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist, right? Puff your back up. Again, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. This time, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, scorpion dog. Left hip rolls on top of the right. Yeah, just wiggle your toes in space. If you have the space, we were doing this in a different angle in our apartment the other day, and Colin almost knocked down a bunch of our bric-a-brac, if you will. So good. Take your time. Left leg kicks back up. Take the breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Look forward, shift forward onto your back toes, shoulders over wrist, bend your elbows. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. And I can't see you guys, but I want to just mentally give everybody a big high five. I know you're kicking ass. Take a breath in. Breath out. We're going to set up our second wave. Inhale, look forward. Good. Exhale, step, hop, skip, stumble, make your way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Good. Different. Bend your knees, sit low. Inhale for Utkatasana, our fierce pose, right? Bend your knees, sit low, lift your chest, and pause, right? You can always bring your hands to your heart in this posture. That's fine. Right? We're going to stay just for a few breaths here to feel the body weight shift back, like you were going to sit back, stick your butt back, sit low, and then lift your chest. Right? And again, really quickly, this is a lot in the quads and the hamstrings. It's just a big feeling, right? So how do we meet big feelings, right? Can we meet those edges of intensity without completely spinning into overwhelm? Because remember that this is a yoga pose, right? It's not who you are, and you got this. One more, breathe in. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back, low lunge. So right foot is forward, just like the beginning of class. Inhale for cat lunge, so hips up and back. Exhale, Prasarita to the left. Good, now pause. So root through your feet. From this posture, we're gonna rise to standing. So some of you might bend your knees a little bit, maybe bring your navel up and in. Inhale, lift your chest, arms up, high pyramid. Exhale for warrior two, top of your mat. And as you sort of settle in here, take a little bit of free movement. Maybe bend in and out of your front knee. Maybe look at your front foot, the toes are facing forward. Good. And then settle in, right? Strike nice and strong. Press your back foot down. Let your right thigh rotate out towards your right pinky toe. Get that fierce focus over your front middle finger, right? In just a moment, just to be here. We do this posture probably every class. Right? Step inside of it today. Take a breath in just to straighten your front knee. Exhale, Trikonasana. Bump your hips back, find a little reach, right arm down, left arm up. You might need to just recalibrate. So again, that conversation between your body and the earth, maybe shorten your stance, maybe bring a little bend into your front knee. I let it be a good earnest standing posture. So even if your right hand is on your shin for balance or support, let your rib cage, your strong obliques, your intercostals help twist your left ribs up and open. So we're going to stay working into that side body with a reverse triangle. You'll take a breath in, left arm down, right arm up. Good, keep reaching back. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Good. Inhale for halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Here is that fancy business, y'all. So inhale for cow lunge, dip your knee, lift your chest. Exhale for standing split. Right leg stays on the ground, kick your left leg up and breathe. Get your hands on the ground, do what you need to do to kind of find a little bit of stability for a minute, and then we'll take the time to set it up, right? So see what happens when you bring a little bend into your right knee. That makes me feel more stable. So I like to offer that. Extend your left leg back. Don't worry about how far up it goes. Kick it back and extend it. And then just like in our halfway lift, right? Find that little length through your back body, right? Now keep your fingertips on the ground. You're going to stay for a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, round your spine like cat. Inhale to extend, kick it out. Exhale, knee to nose. Ooh, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Good, this time inhale, extend. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps down to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana. We're going to flow this. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg steps back, low lunge. Inhale, cat lunge. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, high pyramid, palms touch, stand up. Exhale, warrior two to the front. And then let's pause here because warrior two, first time this side, we tend to be super different from side to side, especially if you've had injuries on one area, and things just tend to heal and kind of need different attention and care. So just notice what's happening here. You're going to settle into the lunge to whatever degree you can. Press nice and strong through the back leg. And again, imagine you're inviting your left knee over towards your left pinky toe. Let the inseam of your left thigh bone open. Good. Inhale to straighten the front knee. Exhale for triangle. Again, just a couple moments here. Find your body's samastitihi, even in this different shape, right? Where is your center? Stay connected to ground, right? And notice where your edges are. Push yourself when you need to push yourself. Can you twist up? Can you find a little bit of lift and length and engagement in your chest, right? But pull back when you need to pull back. Inhale, reverse triangle. Take that big side body stretch. Exhale, prasarita padottanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Here we go. Inhale, cow lunge. Dip the knee, lift the chest. Exhale, standing split. Left leg stays on the ground. Kick your right leg up and pause, right? Maybe bring a little bend into that left knee. But imagine you wanted to reach your right heel back, right? Let the right glute kind of fire and find a little bit of buoyancy and sprungness through your back body. We're going to stay for the breath in to extend. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale to round. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale to round. Good. This time, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift, reset. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Good. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hands through heart center. You're going to work your left elbow toward your right knee. It can go in between your knees. You can also keep your chest lifted and open twist, right? But from here, Colin's doing the pose. I can demo it from the front as well if anyone's confused as to what's happening. Sit back and down. Again, pull the navel up and in. Then use your palms for leverage. Press them together to twist. Maybe open up your arms to fly. Right? And again, it's full of edges. In some traditions, they call versions of this awkward pose, right? So breathing into that edge of just feeling uncertain and awkward. One more breath in. Exhale, fold, release it, right? How quickly things change. Spread your feet at least hip width distance. Bend your knees a lot. Harangushtasana, big toe hold. 2-piece fingers, wrap them around your big toes. With the bind, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, bend your elbows, pull, 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 pull. Pull your chest down and give yourself 3 deep Ujjayi breaths here. Go ahead and release your grip. Toe heel your feet back to touch. Whew. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to finish up this wave. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana. Good. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Hands through your heart. Work your right elbow toward the left knee. Right, sitting back and down, belly up and in, pressing the palms together to leverage that twist, left rib cage pulling up and open. You can stay or maybe open up your arms to fly. Right, feel that in your ribs. Oh, one more, breathe it in. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Right away, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga, step or jump, nice and mindful. Inhale is upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find a big breath in. Open mouth, HA. Like a lion, breathe in. Stick your tongue out. Ujjayi. Ujjayi. We're going to set up a peak wave. Here we go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose, and pause. I'm going to invite you to take that steeple grip here, and you're welcome to bring it to your heart if that feels a little bit better in your shoulders. Identify your right leg and your right foot. That is your standing leg because we're working the right side. So take a breath in. Exhale is Tulandandasana, the balancing stick pose. Kick your left leg way back behind you. Pull your fingertips out long in front of you and breathe. Right, so imagine you want to put your body in that capital T shape, right, pulling the fingertips forward, kicking the leg back just for 3. Crescent lunge in 2 and 1. Bend your right knee, step way back. Inhale is Anjaneyasana. Stay or exhale, back bend. Inhale, back up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, low lunge. Right into our flow. Inhale, cat lunge. Exhale, prasarita to the left. Inhale, high pyramid, palms touch, breath pulls you up. Exhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge. So listen, inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, standing split, kick up. Take the breath in. Exhale, forward fold, step down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. We're going to do the left side and then we'll break. Inhale, Utkatasana, reach up. Good, pause here, get that steeple grip. Identify your left leg, right? You're going to stand on your left leg. One more breath in. Exhale, balancing stick, right? Kick the right leg way back, body down. Okay? And play here. Balance is such a great place for us to push against those edges. And to remember, you want to know what? Like, if you push yourself over and you fall, you're going to catch you. The earth is going to catch you. You're going to get back up and you're going to try again. And that's where strength comes from, not from the fucking posture, right? It comes from trying again and again. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Take your time, reach up. We're going to do this a few more times so you have time to practice. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, reach up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cat. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, high pyramid. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse, up and back. Big breath in. Exhale, fold, prasarita. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, standing split. Stay for the breath in, kick it out. Exhale, fold, step it down. Inhale, halfway. Good, exhale to fold, listen, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, this finishes it. It's sort of like the nightcap, if you will. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga, step, jump, or skip it. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One time together, please find a big breath in, breath out. Good, come into a resting pose, maybe Balasana, the child's pose, or a seat. If you need to have a little sip of water, go for it. I know I need a little sip of water. How you doing, Colin? Lucy's doing great. She's practicing the ultimate Shavasana and Ujjayi breathing. You can tell that she carries absolutely no stress in her rib cage. She has very full belly breaths. So once you've had a moment of self-care, again, finding yourself in a seat or balasana, give yourself a moment to close down your eyes and just reconnect with the breath, right? Let's all do it too. Take a moment just to feel the earth underneath you. Ujjayi pranayam. And we're deep into our yoga practice at this point. So just a moment to, send yourself a little bit of acknowledgement and appreciation for, being right in the thick of it, right? We still have another couple standing series and a pretty decent push, right, that we're going to have to go through to come out the other end of this. So just a moment to settle in and to notice your capacity to find ground, to trust yourself, to tend to this situation in the way that makes the most sense for you. And as always, like just reminding yourself, don't worry so much about how the postures express themselves or, how bendy or flexible you feel in this moment. Enlightenment and flexibility in your hamstrings are not the same thing, right? I think being able to be fully present in your life, regardless of what's going on, is one of the most noble and courageous practices that any of us can do with our lives and the time that we have here. So, way to be a radical magician and a powerful human. We're going to flow through that wave twice more. We're going to do it twice more. A second time through, I have just a couple of little add-ons, and then we're going to be on the ground and class is going to be over before you know it. Be yourself, trust yourself, and do your best. You ready? All right. We're going to meet back in downward facing dog. And here we go. Let's find each other. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth. Ujjayi. Breathe in. Ujjayi. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale is half lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Right leg stays on the ground, steeple grip. Exhale, balancing stick, Tula Dandasana. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Step back, reach up. Stay or exhale to back bend. Ride your breath. Inhale, reaches you up. Exhale, takes you down to the earth. Inhale, cat. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, rise to stand, palms touch. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, standing split. Left leg kicks up. Stay for a breath in to extend. Exhale to fold, step down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, steeple grip. Left leg stays on the ground. Exhale, Tula Dandasana. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cat. Meet the edge. Find the pose. Exhale, prasarita to the right. Inhale, rise to stand. Palms touch. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale is halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cow. Exhale, standing split. Stay for the breath in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, steeple grip, reach up. Exhale, Tulandandasana, right foot stays on the ground, balancing stick. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, good, step back, find it. Stay or exhale to back bend. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, low lunge. Just ride the waves. Inhale, cat, up and back. Exhale, prasarita. Pull it up. Inhale, high pyramid. Breathe it in. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, Trikonasana, and pause. This one we're going to pause on. Pause just to stay, to land, to kind of find this moment of stillness. Option for half bind. Left arm comes behind you, grabbing the t-shirt or the hip crease. Right? Option for extensions, right? So just a moment to kind of engage through your side obliques, to keep the rib cage and the sternum twisting up and open as you reach your right arm long in front of you. Breathe into it, stay with the earth just for 3. Up and back, reverse in 2 and 1. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, standing split. Pause. Stay for the breath in. Listen. Exhale, knee to nose, and pause. You're going to stand all the way up. So keep a little bend in your right knee. One-legged Tadasana. Lift your left leg up with you and breathe. Nice. Awesome. So just give yourself a moment. If you need to keep both feet on the ground for a minute, fine. If you want to stay with the left leg lifted, that's a good place to stay as well. Maybe dancers, bend your left elbow out to the side, left hand out to the side, right? Reach back for the inside arch of your left foot. Bring your knees and your thighs to touch and just pause. Think Samastitihi right here, right? Maybe you stay, maybe you start to kick your foot into your hand. If you kick hard enough, you're going to have to start kicking up. And if you start to kick up, you're going to have to bring your body down. So we've been calibrating on our hips, bringing the body down and the leg up all class, but be curious about your edges, right? Find your breath just for 3. Stand up, Urdhva Hastasana in 2 and 1. Stand up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Good, listen, exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hand. Step your left leg back to lunge. Right leg up. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Listen, exhale, scorpion or flip dog. Flip dog, flip it all the way over. Let your right heel hit the floor. Right, lift your hips and your heart. Press into it. Stay for 3. Right, flip it back. Chaturanga in 2 and 1. Flip dogs, flip it back. Maybe float that right leg or just skip it all together. Inhale is up dog or cobra if you're taking it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, find that big breath. Breathe it out. And yeah, if what you're feeling is intense, yes, that is what we're doing here. It is intense. That's just what it is. Find ground, rest when you need to, but this is our last side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, steeple grip. Left leg stays on the ground. Exhale, Tulandandasana, balancing stick. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, step back, reach up. Stay or exhale to back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, low lunge. Hips up and back. Inhale, cat. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, high pyramid. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale for triangle and pause. Pause to, again, give yourself enough space to hear and to listen to what's happening so you can make an informed decision as to how you want to practice. Do you want to stay? Do you need to adjust what's actually happening? Or maybe you want to take a variation, maybe that bind, maybe a half bind extension, right? So you can choose bringing your right arm behind you, reaching your left arm forward. We're going to stay for 3. Reverse up and back in 2 and 1. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, standing split. Good. Stay for the breath in to extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Rise all the way up. Right leg comes with you. And then just give yourself a moment to have practiced that transition, not an easy transition to do, right? And then just know you can keep both feet on the ground. You can stay balancing on one leg or set up dancers. Bend your right arm, elbow in towards your side, palm face up. Reach back for the inside arch of your right foot. Bring your knees and your thighs to touch. Right, slow down, samastitihi. Maybe you stay, maybe you start to kick so much into your hand that you start to back bend. Right, and at some point you're going to start kicking up and you're going to bring your body down to counterbalance. You're going to stay for 3. Urdhva Hastasana, mountain in 2. And 1, both feet down, take the breath in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Here's our last push. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right leg steps back, low lunge, right? Inhale, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, scorpion or flip, your choice. Flip dogs, there might actually be a dog underneath you, so maybe don't. Our dog is literally underneath Colin. Whatever you're doing, press it down, take the breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, flip it back, flow it like a boss. Skip it all together like a boss. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, HA. Inhale, shift forward onto your belly. Or yeah, just come all the way down onto your belly. Belly down Shavasana. At least 5 or so breaths. You can bring your arms out to goalpost. Maybe bring a cheek down. Let your butt relax. Right, your lower back relax. And give yourself just a few moments here, belly down to the earth. I imagine that you're having a lot of sensation in your body with your heartbeat and temperature and all of the different muscles that had to fire in order for you to do all of those super strong poses. So isn't it a cool thing to have this space where we can practice being uncomfortable or being in a lot of sensation or intense sensation without shutting down or thinking that there's something wrong. I speak to this a lot, but when I first started practicing yoga, the second my heart rate would kick on or if I felt uncomfortable, that signaled to my nervous system that I was in danger because it had never been taught it had never trained to just be embodied. And part of being embodied is meeting those edges, right? So give yourself a moment to cool down, to find a little bit of space here. And you're welcome to stay here. If you have a little bit of gas left in your tank, I'm going to cue us into full camel today. And I'll go ahead and do that with you guys in case Colin is tapped out. So for camel pose, start by standing on your knees underneath your hips. And like all of our postures, you're just going to come to whatever edge feels the most interesting and appropriate in your practice today. And start by bringing your hands to your lower back, kind of the top of your butt. And let's start just by squeezing the elbows together, the shoulder blades together, right? And the shoulder blades almost create this kind of scooping action of the heart lungs forward, and you'll feel your sternum lift up a little bit. And that's what we're doing, right, in our back bending. So this can be a great place to stay. Maybe you squeeze your glutes together and then push your hips forward. Right, that's going to deepen the compression in the back bend. Some of you might lift your sternum up, you might look back. Some of you are going to reach for your heels. But if you do that, continue to actively push your hips forward. Right? Just know that you're breathing. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. We're going to stay just for 3. Right? Lift the chest in 2. And 1, bring your hands back to your lower back. Come on up, have a seat. And again, a moment just to be with your body as it kind of comes out of that. like big waves, right? Big waves of sensation, of all of a sudden heart rate. So can we kind of be with those sensations, but at the same time, just be with the ground? If you like, you can open up your eyes, connect to your environment, and trust that you can calm yourself down, that you can resource that sort of grounding from within, that sense of regulation and, safety, really. Good work today, y'all. Go ahead and bring your butt to the floor, bring your legs out long in front of you. We're gonna just do one forward bend, so you can kind of choose for yourself what you prefer. Colin, will you show them what Baddha Konasana looks like? Soles with feet together, knees out wide. So that would be a great forward bend to take, or you can bring your legs out long in front of you for Paschimottanasana. You wanna show them what Paschimottanasana looks like? Yeah, so you can choose for yourself. Both are good. Let's just stay for a few breaths. You might invite the back line of your body to get super melty and passive. Go ahead and lift your chest up. Let's come all the way onto the back. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Bend your knees, grab for the insides or the outsides of the feet. You can kind of compress your spine down and rock side to side. You can bring your knees into your chest, arms out to a T beside you. Drop your knees all the way over to the left. Head and neck can go to the right. And let's stay for at least 3 or so breaths, nice and soft. I'm just going to continue to sort of be with the body as we really slow down. And gather your knees back up through center, drop them off to the other side. And gather your knees back through center, full Apanasana. Maybe wrap your arms around your knees. If you like, you can bring your forehead to your knees one last time all together. Stay for a full breath in. Exhale, final rest, final Shavasana. You can lay down. You can come into that active rest like we did at the beginning of class. Some of you might prefer to come to rest on your side or your belly. So whatever is calling to you is probably the best decision. And again, I might just invite you to kind of bring your hands gently to your lower ribs, a moment to kind of connect and feel the warmth of your hands. Just conscious relaxation, just noticing how the body gently expands, right? It creates space to let things in, right? It gets a little bit bigger so we can allow, right, life, our inhale to come in. And maybe just a moment to acknowledge that you created a lot of space in your practice today. Your presence creates a ton of extra space. So what's inside of us has more room to flow and to move and to process and all of those things. So we'll stay here just another 10 or 15 breaths or so, just noticing your body's natural capacity, right, to turn toward and say yes to your experience. I'm going to call you up and out when it's time. And you can begin to invite a deeper breath. Maybe a little movement or wiggle in your fingers and your toes. Might feel good to reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch, full belly breath. And then exhale, gently rock onto either side in a supported fetal position posture. Just give yourself a moment to pause. As we kind of interrupt this transition from practice into the rest of the night, just remember, like, so for real, this is why we practice, is for the reality that we're all living through collectively, but also our own unique personal stories within that. This is why we practice yoga. It literally trains us to have wise response and learn how to connect, right? Yoga, connection, union, relationship, with kindness, and learning to turn towards our experiences with curiosity instead of fear or shut down. So be proud of yourself for coming to class to do something obviously very physically kick-ass, but this practice makes us strong as people, right? So acknowledge your work, and as always, extend that acknowledgement to each other. Be proud of each other. And then as you feel ready, you can press yourself up to a seat, and we'll close out class together. I am going to do as I do. So I am still recording. I am going to unmute you guys, and I'm going to turn off my headphones. And so, yeah, you guys are all unmuted. And if you want to turn your camera on so I can see you, you can, but just know that sometimes when the audio, I'm learning so much, if the audio picks you up, your image might come onto the screen for a minute, which is beautiful, actually. So if that's okay with you, just keep your screen on. Otherwise, go ahead and turn your camera off, and we'll close out class together. I'm going to invite you to fold your hands at heart center and Anjali Mudra, right, representing non-dualism, this idea that all seemingly oppositional forces can and do come together in the compassionate center of the heart, left and right, above and below, you and me, beginning and end. We'll close our class out with 3 ohms. You're always welcome to just sit in presence. If you'd like to join, take a deep breath in. Open mouth exhale. Inhale, prepare for you can bring your thumbs to your forehead, strengthening connection between heart and mind, and bow towards yourself. Om Shanti. Om Peace. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Colin. Thanks, you guys. I don't know if you can see Lucy in the background here, but she's just passed out the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and type my Venmo information in the chat box. Yeah, as always, I'm just like super grateful that you all were here. And also, I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of you practice with me a lot, but I've been doing a little bit of, kind of a lot actually, of yogic study during this time. I'm such a big nerd for this subject, obviously, and I'm taking a course in Sanskrit. Oh my God! I've been mispronouncing so many fucking words for so long. So prasarita, which I've been saying like that for 10 years, that's not how you pronounce that. It's prasarita.
So I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of unlearning to do. So if you hear me fumbling around my pose names, it's because honestly, I'm really trying to right a very appropriative wrong. But yeah, I just appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. I think all of you guys are I don't know if you're on mute or not, but if you have anything to say or if you need to connect with me, just know that I'm easy to find and I want to connect with you and I want to support your practice. So I'm always open for questions and feedback and all of that stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that was sick. I heard you over here just going,
We did it.
nothing fell out. I don't want to do that.
Sweet Goosey did take extended Shavasana.